Okay, we just made it to the Met, and we're coming back to the Met, I should say. We was here before it opened, and now the line is forming, so we're gonna try to get inside quickly, but excited about that. What about you?
I'm super excited.
All right.
The Met.
And children, one day we'll bring you. Just want you to know that. All right. Yeah, just check out these brothers. You know, that's a fro. Who else has hair like that, Zion?
Okay, so what we're looking at right now is a cylinder with cuneiform inscription of Nebuchadnezzar, and he's enumerating his building activities. One of the things that we talk about a lot of times is that history is recorded in a bunch of different ways. So this obviously verifies the existence of a Nebuchadnezzar. It shows you the cuneiform writing that was used during that time, which is a script that was derived later, and it's used with markings. Like we've been talking about how symbols show you different things. These symbols in their sets are markings that originated in a word picture form. And so what you're seeing is a cylinder. I don't know exactly why it was put into a ceramic cylinder when it was written, but my imagination tells me it'd be easier to roll it as you were writing. If you could turn it by this hole, you can see on the side, maybe it had like some kind of a rod or something through it, and as you wrote, you could turn it, and then it would dry, or if it was dry, you could etch and then turn as you went.
That's way too cool.
And then right here it has a there's actually a male figure. You can kind of see his beard, the high cheekbone features. And it looks like he's holding his beard, which is kind of funny. Cool. And since we're recording, you can show this one here. This sign right here, you can pause it and kind of read through the whole thing. Talks about Hammurabi, Nebuchadnezzar, the second, and then behind us we have actually a relief off of the Ishtar.
Throwing up the Black Power sign ain't nothing new, Zion. So earlier we were discussing how or why they wrote all that stuff on a cylinder. But as we kept going through the museum, we discovered all these little cylinders. And what you would do is you would take the cylinder and you would roll it out on clay. And then when you roll the cylinder, this is what you would get. So you see the cylinder, and then right next to it, which is brilliant, by the way. So with the Hammurabi and the other, what was he looking at? Was that Nebuchadnezzar?
Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They would do the same thing. So if you ever had to write an edict or laws or whatever, instead of having to rewrite it a bunch of times, you wrote it one time on a cylinder, and then you rolled it out on clay as many times as you needed. So that's just brilliant. And you can see how perfect it comes out. It was like an old-fashioned copy
Printing
machine.
press. Yeah. And it's interesting how it tells the story in pictures.
Yeah.
So there's always a picture that goes with the story of what's happening and the writing. Here's some seals and stamped from noble rings. So you can see how those would be printed out. And of course, these printings are not printings that were done during that time. These are printings that actually the excavators did so that we could see the process. And we could see what's actually on these cylinders. And look how clear it is after all that time.
And so some of the shots that we did, we try to get of biblical time recordings, like the Ur of Chaldees, and of course Babylonian, Syrian, Middle Eastern, Far East, of course Mesopotamia. All those areas are listed in our manuscript of people who interacted with the children of Israel. So this is kind of really cool to see that, you know, the Bible wasn't just written haphazardly. It was actually a very accurate, which we know that, but it's always good to be able to see this too.
And if you
The Bible proves this.
Right. If you follow us, you know, we've been telling people, you know, the Bible wasn't written on an island. So other nations and other people do attest to who we are, but you have to know how to look through history and how to find your information. So here's just some more cuneiform writing. So this is writing that went from pictures into, as you can see, markings, more markings that were related to the original pictographical form that a lot of people use. We also saw another sign, I don't know if you got it, Yosh, but the sign where it talked about some groups, I think it was not the Elamites, but the Amorites, one of the Amorite groups that did not have a written language. They spoke a Semitic language that was never written down, which is very interesting.
I did get a shot of that.
You did? Okay, awesome. Awesome, all right.
And that's your Christmas trees. Yeah, how is it not a pine tree and he's got a pine cone in his hand? Wake up, Zion. They just know it's foreigners, but we know that it's Hebrew. Okay.
Interesting. So when they put hair on this guy, they just put hair and a beard. This brother got locks. This is not individual pieces of hair. Locks. It's easy. It's easy.
I hope these few little clips was informational, Zion. Our record is recorded. They know our history. They know who we are. Do we know who we are? It's a question. Everything in that Bible is true. All right, we just wanted to show you a little bit of our trip at the Met. We got some more to see, but this is enough for the first video. Hopefully y'all learned something and enjoyed it. Shalom.